Your phone hasn't buzzed in days. Not really. A few notifications, sure. App updates, spam calls. But nobody's actually looking for you. And the strangest part? You're completely fine with it. When did that happen? When did the silence stop feeling like punishment and start feeling like relief?
There's a specific moment when everything changes. Not a breakdown, not a dramatic fight. Just a Tuesday afternoon when you realize you've been doing all the work. You scroll through your messages. There it is, plain as day. 12 consecutive conversations where you sent the last text. Unanswered questions hanging in the air like forgotten laundry. How are you doing? Left on read for 3 weeks. You don't even feel angry anymore. That's the weird part. You just feel tired. So you run an experiment. You stop initiating. You don't announce it, no social media post about clearing out fake friends. You just stop texting first, stop making plans, stop being the one who remembers. The results come back faster than you'd like. Most people don't even notice you're gone.
Here's what's happening in your brain when you finally walk away. Your amygdala, that almond-shaped threat detector, has been taking notes. Every time you reached out and got nothing back, it logged the data. Every birthday you remembered that went unreturned. Every crisis where you showed up and they didn't. Your brain categorized all of it as threat information. Not physical danger, social danger. The kind that doesn't leave bruises but leaves you hollowed out anyway. Neuroscientists call it social pain. Your brain processes rejection using the same neural pathways as physical pain. Getting ghosted by a friend? Your anterior cingulate cortex lights up like you just touched a hot stove. After enough repetitions, your brain does what it's designed to do. It adopts. It learns. It says, this keeps hurting us. We need to stop touching the stove. That's not cynicism. That's pattern recognition. That's survival.
But this didn't start last year or even 5 years ago. Think back. Were you the kid who learned to play alone? The one who figured out early that adults were unpredictable, so you'd better not need anything too urgently? Maybe you had parents who loved you but were drowning in their own problems. Mom working 3 jobs, dad's anger filling up all the oxygen in the room. Nobody had bandwidth for your feelings, so you learned to make yourself small. Or maybe it was subtler, a household where emotions were inconvenient, where crying was dramatic and wanting attention was needy. You learned that having needs made people pull away, so you stopped having them, externally at least. Attachment theory explains this perfectly. You didn't develop secure attachment, where connection feels safe and reliable. You developed something else, maybe avoidant, maybe anxious, maybe a chaotic mix of both. The blueprint got drawn early. People will let you down. Count on yourself. Every friendship that fizzled out in adulthood just reinforced the original lesson.
You didn't cut everyone off in one day. It was incremental. Death by 1,000 unreturned texts. First, you stopped sharing the good news. Why tell them about your promotion when their response will be a thumbs up emoji 3 days later? Then you stopped sharing the bad news, because nothing feels worse than vulnerability met with silence. You started lying. I'm busy became your default, not because you were malicious, because saying, I don't have the energy to perform friendship for people who don't reciprocate feels too honest, too harsh. The invitations got vaguer. Coffee became, we should hang out sometime. Sometime became never. Nobody called you on it. You watched yourself become a ghost in your own life, floating through group chats, hearting messages but never really engaging, present but not there. And then one day, you just stopped logging in.
People think you're paranoid now. Too quick to write people off. Too sensitive to little things. But you're not paranoid. You're efficient. You can tell within 2 interactions if someone's going to disappoint you.
You've seen it enough times to recognize the markers. The friend who only calls when they need something, then vanishes when you need them. The person who's enthusiastic about plans but always cancels last minute. The one who dominates every conversation, never asking a single question about your life. The "we need to catch up soon" that never materializes into an actual date. You don't waste time anymore. You don't give people 17 chances to prove they care. You see the writing on the wall and you walk away before you're invested. This isn't bitterness, it's resource management. You've got limited emotional energy and you're done spending it on people who won't match your investment. The first solo birthday was hard. You expected it to wreck you. It didn't. You ordered takeout from your favorite place, watched a movie you'd been meaning to see, went to bed early. No forced smiles over birthday drinks with people who forgot until Facebook reminded them. And in the quiet, something unexpected happened. You felt peaceful. No pretending, no performing, no wondering if people actually wanted to be there or if they felt obligated. Just you. Just quiet, just real. That's when you understood something crucial. Loneliness isn't about being alone. Loneliness is being surrounded by people and still feeling unseen. You'd been lonely for years in crowded rooms. The isolation just made it honest. Your nervous system has been screaming at you for years. You just finally started listening. Every time you let someone close and they left, your body kept the score. Cortisol spikes, sleep disruption, that tight feeling in your chest when your phone buzzes, hoping it's them, knowing it won't be. Choosing solitude isn't giving up. It's your parasympathetic nervous system finally getting a chance to regulate. It's your body saying, we can't keep doing this cycle. We need to rest. You're not being antisocial. You're being pro yourself. Maybe for the first time.
You're not the villain. You're not cold. You're not broken. You're someone who finally stopped accepting crumbs and calling it a meal. And the space you've cleared by walking away, that's not emptiness. That's possibility. That's room for something real, if it ever comes. But until then, you're done apologizing for choosing yourself. You're done explaining why you disappeared to people who never noticed you were there. You're just here, quiet, whole, waiting for nothing. And somehow, that's enough. If this perspective resonated with you, there's more to explore. Understanding why we protect ourselves isn't about judgment, it's about clarity.